and welcome to our documentary, rockumentary, if you will.
I will not.
No? Oh, okay.
Well, why not? Why not?
Who are you?
I've forgotten my name. I'm Derek Smalls.
Does that make me Janine?
Oh, God, no.
I'm Jessica Lee Morgan.
Yes, she is.
And this is Christian Thomas.
Apparently.
Today we're going to start recording an album, and we're going to try and track everything in a week. It's an album of songs that I have been writing and playing live over the last couple of years, and unrecorded as yet. So we've set up a studio, which is floating virtually around our favourite studios.
Some extant, some not quite so extant.
Indeed. The first one, I've worn my Those Are the Days shirt, because the first one is the studio where I grew up. It's called Good Earth Studios. I have the badge to prove it, along with my Electric Warrior badge and my Thin Lizzy badge.
We'll get a bit of B-roll for that later on. Cut that in.
B-roll?
Yeah.
It's where I grew up. My father ran it. My mother helped him start it. And many legends were recorded there. It's still there under the name Dean Street Studios, run by Jasmine Lee, who is a childhood chum and daughter of Alvin Lee. So it's in very good hands. We went down there the other day, didn't we, Chris?
We did, yeah.
We visited Paul Cartledge, who used to work for my father. He was the studio manager in the late 80s, early 90s, well, late 80s, I think he was gone by 90. And he's still there as Yellowboat Music, very successfully. It was great to see it. I had many happy days making tea as a little girl, not paying attention to the technology, but Morgan, my older brother, did. And I wish I had too, but never mind. In fact, he found a video the other day of Jim Diamond singing I Should Have Known Better, and I said, don't you recognise that studio? And there it was. So yes, today we're at Good Earth Studios starting the album, as yet untitled, and we hope that you enjoyed this journey looking at it with us. Thank you.
As much as we've enjoyed making it.
Oh yes! There we are.
Who have you got there then, Jess?
Well, this is our core crew that you've met on the Time Zone tour. They were so helpful because, you know, it's very difficult when you're just sat there playing to nobody. It doesn't feel right. But when you've got an audience and a crew watching, it really makes you up your game. So here is Trevor with his credentials. He's still wearing them from the Time Zone tour. That's Trevor. He is our general manager. He got promoted from tour manager because he's very worried about things all the time. But he makes it happen.
He does, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then I've got Monty. Oh, Trevor.
Hello, Trevor. Yeah, you can say it for a minute.
Monty is the Logic tech. Actually, she's not Logic. It depends what we're using. She's Pro Tools.
She's not Pro Tools these days.
Pro Tools, sorry. Yes, Pro Tools. And she's very keen, and there aren't many women engineers in the industry, so she, even though it has kind of a boy's name, Monty.
So there's a story behind that. I'll tell you at
one day she will tell her life story. She's very good, so she looks out for the Logic. Pro Tools. Well, if I'm doing it, it's Logic. I'll tell you why later about that too. And this is Anthony. They've got a bit close because they've known each other for a long, long time.
Over 40 years.
So they've bonded, you know, various ways. Anyway, so this is this is Anthony, and he's the guitar tech. So he sets up the guitars and makes sure that everything's in tune, but he can't do that great job because he's only got little arms, so like all of them really, and no opposable thumbs.
No, but we know about pandas that he's got an additional claw. He's actually got 6 claws.
Oh, right.
Which he kind of uses as an opposable thumb.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, he doesn't do a bad job anyway, and it's still very good moral support having him. Yeah.
So just come over here for a minute, lads. Just wait for him to come in. Right, so there we are. Right. So this is Tiny Ted, and he's our camera operator, and he does other there we go. It doesn't like being too much in the camera. He prefers to be the other side of it. But yes, I mean, he's our camera and video editing ninja. I know he's a teddy bear, but but he also does a bit of electronical sparky work as well. And speaking of which, and of course this is Lampy, who you will remember from the Time Zone tour and from other live streams. And he's our Lampy.
Because he's a lamb,
He's a lamb, and he gets into all sorts of scrapes and, sheep dip and stuff.
What's that called? Nominative determinism. Yeah.
Yes, it's funny that, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what else does he does a bit of, he does the pat testing and all of that kind of stuff for us as well. So
it's really important in a studio to make sure everything works well. So that's our crew. We have others, but they're taking it. They're working on the PR behind the scenes and that sort of thing.
I think one of them's negotiating the studio for tomorrow as well.
Right. Okay. Cool.
So yeah. Right. Nice
one. So yeah, best crack on. So who's making the tea? Trevor. Right. Trevor.
Off you go then, Trev.
Okay. Bye.
Jesse's nuts.